May I come in, sir?
Please.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
You are Dr. Anuj Agnihotri.
Right, sir.
Please take a seat.
Thank you so much, sir.
Quick introduction, please, Dr. Anuj.
Sir, I come from Rawatbata, a small town in Rajasthan, from where I did most of my primary education, sir. So thereafter, I moved to Jodhpur to pursue medical sciences and as my graduation, sir, which I completed in the year 2023. Post that, sir, I joined Annex and currently I am undergoing probation for the same, sir.
Right, now, with this kind of a medical background, what inspired you to take up the civil services? You know, of course, of the doctor shortage in the country.
Right, sir. Sir, in fact, I consider myself very fortunate to have pursued medical sciences. But, sir, going forward, I wanted a job, rather a career that would give me or put me at a platform in which I can take initiatives. And also, it aligns well with my personality since the career gives me enough diversity and the dynamicity in which I think that I would better do.
Right, now, you're fond of table tennis?
Right, sir.
So there's one table tennis player, the only table tennis player in history. He was world champion in 1929.
Sir.
And in 1934, he was Wimbledon champion. Can you imagine?
So that would be a great feat to achieve, but unfortunately, I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
That was Fred Perry.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right. Now, as a doctor,
Sir.
you would be able to tell me what is the difference between identical twins and fraternal twins?
Sir, identical twins are the ones who are monozygotic twins. So they are born from a single zygote, but it's just after the zygote gets divided into the two parts. Whereas the fraternal twins are one who are produced by the fertilization of two different eggs and sperms. So they are not single
So they
zygote.
can be siblings also, right?
Right, sir.
It can be a girl and a boy.
Right, sir.
Right? Now you're seeing my name here. Who would be my identical twin from mythology, Indian mythology?
Sir, it would be logical if your sibling would be love, sir.
Yes, that's right. You're also fond of stand-up comedy.
Right, sir.
Stand-up comedy has come under a lot of fire,
Sir.
across geographies.
Right, sir.
In fact, President Trump said that one stand-up comedian should be put to sleep.
Sir.
So, where does comedy end? Where does freedom of speech end and comedy begin, or vice versa?
Sir, it is right that in the recent years, we have seen that comedians are being targeted, often for political reasons also. So, sir, I feel that there should be enough liberty to allow the freedom of expression, and since stand-up comedy uses satire, in fact, I would try to draw an analogy from the past in which the poets were used to be the political satirists and used to point out the issues of the society so that it could pinch the politicians in a funny way and can drive them to work towards it. And nowadays, stand-up comedy is doing the same. And sir, we need to accept the fact that and need to be more tolerable to that sort of
More
input.
thick-skinned also, right?
Right, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Anuj.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Anuj means what?
Sir, it stands for the younger brother, sir.
Younger.
Yes, sir.
So what were the other names of Lakshman?
Sir, one of the name he was referred to was Anuj. And other than that, sir, I'm sorry, I'm not able to recall at this moment, sir.
And whose avatar was Lakshman?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it right now.
Okay, no problem.
Sir.
Who was the father of anatomy?
I'm very sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it right now.
Physiology?
I'll read into it, sir.
You done some work on physiology?
Right, sir.
In your hobbies column, no?
Oh, yes, sir. I will definitely read about it, sir.
Okay, no problem. What was the, can you list few contributions of Dr. Homi Bhabha?
Sir.
You have an address of Bhava Nagar Post Office.
Yes, sir. Sir, Homi Bhabha was a visionary scientist.
1, 2, 3.
Sir.
Contributions.
Sir, he laid down and charted down the three-stage nuclear program for India, allowing for energy self-sufficiency. Secondly, sir, he laid the grounds for having a capability for atomic power.
Which major institutions did he head?
Sir, he was instrumental in founding of TIFR, that is Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, and also Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARCS.
And also he was the first chairman of.
Atomic Energy Commission of India, sir.
And what was his contribution in space research?
Sir, he was very instrumental in fact, institutionalizing space research in India along with Vikram Sarabhai. And
The specific contribution he has.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it right now.
Something called mesons.
Okay, sir.
Heavy particle component.
So I'll read into it, sir.
Alright.
Sir.
Okay. Now you entered dynamics.
Yes, sir.
You are as good as an administrator as anybody else. You know the ills of the medical system.
Sir.
For a poor man or even a middle class man to go to a corporate hospital is a nightmare. No?
Right, sir.
He's never sure whether he's getting the right treatment, whether he's being fleeced.
Sir.
Just by seeing his insurance policy, doctors decide what to do with a person. So what will you do to put a stop to all this?
Sir, it is very unfortunate and in fact tragic because such desperations on the part of patients is being weaponized by certain sections of the community.
That is known, that's what I'm saying. I'm just telling what will you do, 1, 2, 3.
Sir.
Recently, government of Delhi has done something regarding a particular hospital. Are you aware?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not particularly aware about it.
Very famous hospital. Yeah. Apollo.
Okay, sir, I will read about it, sir. So, in fact, I know a bit about the Apollo incident since it was allotted the government land and it was expected that...
Somebody in the government has written to cancel their lease.
Yes, sir. Since it was expected to provide 25 to 30% of care to economically weaker.
Anyway, that's one part. What I'm saying is, what else will you do with the systemic change, structural change, to prevent this kind of malfeasance of the medical community?
Sir, one great legislation that was brought by government was the Clinical Establishments Act, but unfortunately it is not being adopted by all the states in a standardized manner. So we can start with doing that, and it would put a price and in a standardized manner, an objective manner on the procedures and interventions that the medical community offers, and that would give a clarity. And secondly, sir, we need to involve medical ethics at a curriculum level so that doctors are more accustomed to the needs of the patient and going to work beyond just job and treat it as a service. And apart from it, sir, we also need to ensure that we bring the missing middle part of our population into the ambit of insurance.
You come from Rajasthan.
Right, sir.
Can sand be converted to soil?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware about it, sir.
Find out. There's a new branch now coming.
I will definitely find out, sir.
In 7 hours, sand can be converted to soil.
Yes, sir.
There, the question is that greening of Thar
Sir.
is happy news for some, but unhappy for others.
Right, sir.
Why is it unhappy for some?
Sir, primarily I can think of the reasons like it would change the tourism potential that gives enough livelihood for the people around it. Secondly, sir, a
Let's
region...
come to the main point. Tourism to ठीक है.
Right, sir. Sir, since a region has remained in a particular landscape and biome for a long time period, and if we artificially change that character, it would hamper not only the region's landscape but also the associated biodiversity as well as the culture and the community around it. So that I think would be a major.
Will it impact the monsoon ecosystem of the country?
Right, sir. It can have it to potential impact on it, sir.
Come to that. All
Right, sir.
Thank you very much, doctor.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Anuj.
Sir.
You come from Rajasthan. Rajasthan is strategically very important for India.
Right, sir.
How many districts and how long is the border with Pakistan?
Sir, as far as the border is concerned, it is around 1,000 kilometers. It shares 1,000 kilometers of international border with Pakistan. But sir, I'm not exactly aware about the number of
What
districts.
are your districts of Rajasthan
Right, sir.
which have a common boundary with Pakistan?
Sir, one of it is Jaisalmer, another is Sri Ganganagar, and
How many of them?
Sir, not exactly sure about
7.
All right, sir.
All right. Chittorgarh, when you talk about Chittorgarh,
Sir.
there are some great warriors, Rana Kumbha, Rana Sangha, they are all associated. Tell me something about them.
Sir, in fact, the Sisodia lineage that ruled the Mewar region was in fact considered very known for its chivalry and courage. And prominent leaders among them were Maharana Sanga, who fought the battle of Khanwa against Babur. And in fact, it was told about his glorious victory, glorious fight, that even after inflicting several wounds, he continued to fight. So then came Maharana Pratap, and the population still knows about it. And what we know is that he didn't bend in front of the Mughals, whereas what we saw was other Rajput rulers like the Amir rulers were in fact having lineage alliances with the Mughals, but Mewari rulers denied them such alliances and stood courageously in front of that face of that face.
All right. In Rajasthan, Chittorgarh has a famous fort,
Sir.
isn't it? Have you been there? Seen it?
Yes, sir, I have been.
All right. There are two flags that fly there on top of Chittorgarh
Sir.
fort. Why? One is the Indian national flag.
Sir.
There is one more flag that flies there. What is that flag? What does it indicate?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware about it, sir.
Doesn't matter.
Sir.
As a doctor, tell me why there has been no vaccine for leprosy till today.
Sir, the few reasons that I can think right now is, sir, since leprosy is a disease that usually involve patients from a lower socioeconomic strata. So therefore, it would not have been a driving force for the
Is that a
multinational.
good enough reason not to have a leper? Because it is from the lower strata.
Sir, that was because the corporate interests were not aligned so much. Although it would not justify.
Something more from the medicine point of view.
I'm sorry, sir. I will read into it, sir.
All right, there is a controversy going on about General Naravane's book.
Right, sir.
What is the controversy?
Sir, as was seen in the recent parliament session, it was said that General Naravane, when the 2020 border skirmish with China happened, he was looking for certain answers or directions from the central.
2020, be specific, when, what?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure about the month, but it was around the incident of the Galwan crisis, sir, and it was in the summers of 2020.
Any idea when did Galwan happen?
I'm sorry, sir. I will have to read about it, sir.
And one colonel and 20 more men were
Right, sir.
killed in that.
Right, sir. I will read the date of it, sir.
What is the name of this book which we are talking about?
Sir, if I'm not wrong, then it is 4-star general, sir.
4 stars?
Not completely sure about it, sir.
4 stars of destiny.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry.
Date of interview?
Sir, it is on 11th of April.
Oh,
Sir.
just very close to that.
Yes, sir.
So some quick question.
Sir.
Congratulations to you. You are in Daleks,
Yes,
and
sir.
you will be the most beneficiary of the new scheme. Isn't it? Of the UPSC changes.
Right, sir.
So now you may plan to jump to IAS only.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
How you feel? What's your reaction of the new system?
Sir, I feel optimistic about the new system, sir, since it gives clarity to the people who have even qualified for the examinations and not involved in the unending race of the attempts, and therefore it would allow them to have.
But this has been done in 1986 also.
Right, sir.
Too many litigation
Right,
on the
sir.
various grounds.
Sir.
Because I was handling that, and then ultimately government had to withdraw. But this time I think this should be strongly
Right, sir.
this should be implemented. That will be very good. Let's start. The Rawat Bhada is a very famous.
Right, sir.
It's what for?
Sir, it's known as the nuclear city of India since it holds the largest number of nuclear power units in a single place, sir.
What is the percentage of nuclear energy in India we are using?
Sir, nuclear energy contributes less than 3% of installed energy mix of India.
Any chance in next 10 years?
Sir, we are projecting to increase to roughly 22 gigawatts by 2031, and projections are there to increase it to double the current share of energy mix, and we are quite optimistic about
If
it.
we go by percentage, then the maximum it is by
Coal power, sir.
how much?
Sir, of the installed mix, sir, it is roughly 50%. But what we are supplying to the current population is roughly, it caters to around 70% of that.
In the new American deal,
Sir.
but today, are we importing coal also? As I saw,
So I'm not.
the machinery and electronics and some coal. Just check.
Right, sir, I will check.
Because coal is not that good quality.
Yes, sir.
You are this child scientist at National Children Congress.
Right, sir.
You got Kishore Vaigyanik Fellowship.
Yes, sir.
What was the purpose of Kishore Vaigyanik Fellowship?
Sir, it was to encourage people who were in their foundational years and to create that curiosity and support the curiosity towards having innovative thinking so that people can come up with solutions for the problem.
Ultimate object was motivate them for go for pure science.
Right, sir.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But I think hardly I have seen anyone.
Right,
You
sir.
are the brilliant and you did well. And
Sir.
no doubt that there used to be Indian Science Congress. Have you heard this?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware about it, sir.
Every year, post independence, in the month of January. Now, I don't know why. Now, my question is there are some very famous scientists
Sir.
who did and got Nobel Prize also at the age of 23, 24, 25. Can you remember, sir? And they are related to your field.
Sir.
They were very motivating stories.
So I'm not remembering it right now.
Who is considered the theory of evolution?
Sir, it is Charles Darwin, sir.
That theory was subsequently followed by some other scientists also. Have you heard the name of the Stanley Miller?
No, sir.
The,
Sorry, sir.
Ammonia and that he created that atmosphere. That after all that will be amino acid. He got 1953 at the age of 23. He invented that. But one in your field, you must have heard of Watson and Crick.
Right, sir.
What for?
Sir, they are known for proposing a model for DNA, sir.
When they got Nobel Prize?
Sir, if I'm not wrong, then it was in 1953. Sir.
53 Stanley Miller got it.
Okay, sir.
They got in 1962.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And one of them, I think Watson, he was at that time just 25 years old.
Right,
So
sir.
these are the you can advocate these stories because since you are child scientist.
Right, sir.
Your father worked in railway?
No, sir, in nuclear power plant, sir.
Okay, because the foreman is in
Yes,
railway also that post. And how the mother's income?
Sir, it is since my mother invests in stock market, so therefore the income tax returns are filed for that.
Okay, some questions are there. Now you are already, when you joined in Darwin's?
Sir, I joined in 2023, sir.
So now almost 2 years.
Right, sir.
So now this NCR, how many districts from Haryana, UP? NCR region?
Sir, not exactly sure about the individual state-based district, but it involves around 20 plus districts from around National Capital Territory, sir.
How much? But that's the part of some, because now you will be the prince of the Delhi.
I will read into it, sir.
Okay. What's per capita income of Delhi?
Not exactly sure about it, sir. But it is more than the national average, sir.
Some important issue of the conflict between center and Delhi government.
Sir, lately what we have observed was that there was some tussle between as to what powers does state union territory government holds and is it at par with the state governments. But the union government clarified that the union territory of Delhi has a sui generis status and it won't hold the powers of police, law, land and order, public order. Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
So we come to the end of our formal interaction, Anuj.
Sir.
The first, how many UPSC attempts?
Sir, it is my third attempt, sir.
And the first time round, this is your second interview, right?
Sir, it will be my third interview.
Third
sir.
interview.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in the first two, you got how much?
Sir, in the first one it was 171, in the second it was 173.
Right. So in the first one, you missed the cut by how much?
Sir, it was my score was 948 and IS closed on 995, sir.
So Anuj, no doubt about it, you are a very good candidate and you've been there before you know
Sir.
what it's all about, you know the protocol.
Sir.
You also know that it's completely random. The
Right,
only
sir.
predictable thing about it is its unpredictability.
Right, sir.
But the good news is that it's not exactly a knowledge quiz.
Yes, sir.
It's an attempt to see whether you have officer-like qualities.
Sir.
So in that, what exactly we are looking at, what the panel looks at, integrity is very important. So don't guess,
Sir.
right? And lucidity, basically how you are able to express your opinions and views in such a way that it's like a bullet hitting the bullseye,
Right, sir.
right? So answer has to be structured.
Sir.
It has to be brisk to the point,
Sir.
but at the same time comprehensive. So that's the tightrope walk which you have to do.
Right, sir.
There will be higher expectations this time.
Right, sir.
So I would suggest a little more emphasis on current affairs.
Sure, sir.
For instance, the name of the book you are not able to provide.
Right, sir.
The general you are not able to recall. The tie needs to be junked. I think you can go in for blue, muted blue color.
Okay,
and
sir.
please stand, let me see the length, whether the length is alright. More or less, it should cover your belt buckle.
Okay, sir.
Maybe an inch more.
Okay, sir.
Right, please. What's your self-assessment?
Sir, actually, I was a bit nervous. I got late to, this morning, sir. So that's why I could not answer it properly, sir. So that is something.
No, I don't think you need to be at all under any kind of tension or
Right, sir.
worry or anxiety.
Sure, sir.
That reflects. They're non-verbal cues, right?
Sir.
They're vibes.
Sir.
So the more relaxed you are, the more tension-free you are,
Right,
the
sir.
better it will be. It will reflect in your performance also.
Sure, sir.
But as it is, I'm very hopeful that you'll get the service of your choice.
Right, sir. Thank you,
Very
sir.
hopeful indeed.
Sure, sir.
Hope to see your name right there in the list of successful candidates, not just somewhere in the bottom or middle, but right on top.
Thank you so much, sir.
You are one of our top performers.
Thank you, sir.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much, sir.